welcome to Prashi Ascending, and today we are going to be talking about again going further on the series of practicality into relationships. So, as in how we are walking on this path of unconditional love, we've started taking very rooted examples of laundry, example of communication, example of money, and today we are going to be talking about feedback. What's the value of feedback in a relationship? And again, we are going to take a very practical example. So, with this unconditional love, like as in how I started exploring unconditional love, what started happening with me was I started idealizing my relationships a lot. Oh my god, love is like this, and my friend should do this to me, or my partner should do that to me, and it never happens because ideas always have value as long as they are not fulfilled. That's why they are so amazing. But excuse me, when it comes to real life things, we are going to need some very groundwork foundation. So today the topic that we are going to talk about is feedback in relationships. So let me give you a very interesting example and you'll understand it even better. Imagine you and your partner, you decide to cook a meal together. Like you tell your partner, that we have to cook this meal together today, and I'll bring half of the groceries and you bring the other half of the groceries. So okay, like it's done, you decide what's going to be the menu for the dinner, and then you do your part of grocery shopping, and when you come back home and your partner is there and he or she is telling you that they have forgotten about it, and you're going to be so furious. Of course, I mean, there's space for anger and fights and everything, but what's going to happen in the aftermath of it is mostly people will look for the communication gaps. Like, was the message sent and what went wrong? Or mostly you could perceive that your partner doesn't love you enough or they don't care for you enough. That's why they are doing all of this. But one thing, it's like a game changer which is going to be extremely efficient in this is feedback. Tell your partner that whatever action he or she is taking, what impact it has on your life. So, the negative and positive both. So, with this example, you could tell the person that when they commit something to you and they don't deliver it to you, you feel rejected, you feel unappreciated, you feel unloved. And mostly, if you are in a healthy relationship, when the person's going to receive that, the person is going to think, no, 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 but it has got nothing to do with not loving you or caring for you. I'm just being forgetful or not very concerned. And then the partner will also come up, that maybe I'm bad with grocery shopping, maybe I cannot manage grocery shopping after work or something like that. Then you are also going to understand what's the loophole in this, and they are going to understand if they continue to behave in this way, what's the impact it's going to have on you and the relationship. The other thing is, you can always say the positive sides of the relationship or certain actions and their impact on you. So, saying things like, when your partner helps you in cooking, you really feel nice, you really feel loved, you really feel appreciated. You don't feel that your partner feels entitled to have like 3 meals a day or whatever. And when you tell this to your partner, I mean, trust me, he or she would definitely do grocery shopping for you. He or she would definitely want to at least attempt to cook for you, because they are going to realize with the feedback that you have given them that it's so important to you. And if it, again, I'm saying, if it is a healthy relationship, the person would really want to make sure that you are loved and cared for. And if you're saying that my way of receiving love is you cooking dinner for me, like 1 meal a week, or grocery shopping, the person would at least definitely try. And here comes your role as well. I mean, let's say the person's really bad at all these things, you can always help him or her. One time you can go with them for grocery shopping, one time you can teach them how to have certain cooking skills, And in this process, both of you are going to feel loved, appreciated, and cared for. And both of you, most importantly, I'm like really emphasizing this because it happens in long term relationships a lot, which is you're not going to feel being taken for granted. Because as in how we live with our partners or even our parents or friends, so many small things they do for us, which in the beginning we appreciated so much, like a good morning message or saying thank you and sorry. when but when we start living with them, we take it for granted, and the miracle or magic or spice in the relationship dies. So when you give these feedbacks or when you ask for the feedback, that is equally important. So asking your partner that, did you like force them when you ask them for grocery shopping? you know uh, should they have taken your permission, or did they just put it on you without your acceptance? How did it make them feel? Did they feel like you were giving them an order or something like that? Because what happens is all these questions are running in our minds and we never say them. We never give answers and we never ask specific questions, and that creates havoc in a relationship, like to another level. So, like you saw, the miracle of feedback. I mean, feedback doesn't have to be like an annual or 3 monthly thing in your offices. Feedback is equally important in relationships. Excuse me, and relationships are the foundation where we give and receive love, where we just feel nice and warm and comfortable and cozy. So, why not indulge feedback in our relationship? So, the next time you have a fight, without saying sorry, without analyzing the situation, or without seeing where you can communicate effectively. Because nowadays it's said a lot, communication is the key, communication is the key. But what are you trying to achieve with that communication? The lock is feedback. So give a nice feedback to your partner wherever they make you feel happy, wherever they make you feel sad, and ask for feedback like, what are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? How would they want things to be changed? And it needs to be done on a constant process. It's not like because you're together you can really understand it. Or what you could do is, which I have seen working, is like, I do this for you and I do it with the intention of making you feel happy. Is it really making you feel happy? Do you really value that? Or what's your number one way of receiving love? Like, have these conversations, at least twice a month or something like that. They don't have to be like a very serious, we need to talk type of things, but just when you go on a drive or in the middle of a dinner, it's going to completely transform your relationship with love, and you're going to feel so easy and so light, and you'll get yourself away from this whole idea of being an ideal lover. There's no ideal lover. So get yourself off that pressure and embrace feedback in your relationship. I hope you have received this message well. Let me know your experiences around this. And as always, stay safe. Radhe Radhe. Bye.